Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Kat and I am a videographer, photographer. And in this video, I want to show you what I have in my camera bag. I specialize in capturing beautiful moments at weddings, surprise proposals, and engagement portrait sessions. For brands, I create compelling content that showcases their unique stories and products. I also have a passion for capturing low light photography. I love creating stunning images that are pretty much in challenging conditions. Also love getting really creative in Photoshop, transforming my photos into unique works of art. Now, when it comes to my gear, I believe in quality versus quantity, so I only carry the essentials. When it comes to a unique or a specialized shoot, I make sure I can rent or borrow the right equipment so that I have exactly what I need without being weighed down. So first in the kit is my camera body. It is the Sony a7 IV. It is a powerhouse for both photography and videography. I love this camera so much. It is a newer addition to my camera bag. I've had it for almost a year now, and I'm so impressed with it in many ways. So it is a full frame 33 megapixel sensor to capture all those beautiful details. It was a huge requirement for me when I was looking for a photography camera to be full frame. Autofocus is incredible on this camera. It can detect human eye and even animal eye, so no matter what your subject is, you're gonna be in focus, which I love. Not to mention, it is 4K capability and 60 frames per second. I think it even does 120 frames per second. So it can do a lot. And not to mention it has a 10-bit color depth. So for post-production, it's incredibly flexible. It has everything you basically want to be a professional videographer. Also, not to mention its 5-axis stabilization is a dream and a lifesaver when it comes to those handheld shots. And for the lens, it is a Sony it's a Sigma 24-70, and this is so beautiful. This is like if you could have one camera lens in your bag, this is the lens. And I've been using a 24-70 for most of my photography career, which is about 8+ years now. So it's been always in my camera bag. So this is a newer version of a 24-70. I had one for the Canon, now I have one for the Sigma, which is perfect. It has the E-mount, which is super compatible with this camera, and also its internal focus and stabilization is also very compatible with this camera. So being a zoom lens, you can have everything from 24-70 range focal point, so it's really great for weddings, for portraits, events. It's so versatile, so you can have wide angle shots, close-ups, you can get that nice bokeh. It performs excellent in low light with that 2.8 aperture. So I'm really a big fan of this. Together, the Sony a7 IV with the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 lens creates an unbelievable combination for any situation, any scenario, whether I'm shooting a low light wedding reception to unbelievable vibrant like brand content or a family portrait session. It delivers exceptional results like every time. The next item in my camera bag is another lens. I have a very cool older vintage lens. This was a cool gift from my mom. This is a Vivitar lens and it's a 35mm f2.8. I love vintage lenses. They're so beautiful. They have such a unique look and vibe to them. This one creates a really soft, like a soft blur on the skin. It's just really forgiving on the skin, and it creates like a really nice lens flare. It just has a really nice look overall. The only downside to these is that there are no autofocus capabilities, so if you connect it to your camera, you still have to do the whole old school manual way. And if you want to connect it to your camera, you're going to need some step-up rings so that it fits. This is an old step-up ring that I already have on here that I used for my Canon. So this is on there already. So now I got a new step-up ring so that it can fit to the Sony. Sometimes you can layer these step-up rings no problem because they're so light. There we go. Now I can connect this to my camera body. I also still have my good old Canon 50mm, which will work with the step-up ring, but no autofocus. So I still have it, but I don't use it very often. I also have the Tiffin ND filter. This is an essential for shooting video. It's important for shooting during the day or when the light is too bright, so you can use the right shutter speed and everything. This is a nice one. This is a really good basic ND filter that everyone who wants to do video should do. and this just fits my 24-70. And then I also have these old, these used to fit my 24-70 on my Canon lens. These are really fun. I actually can still like put it up to the lens and get like some cool effects. This is like creating an anamorphic look to an image, so it creates like a really cool streak. So filters are really fun. Filters can give you a lot of, you know, variety in your shots and your work. I also have one of those like blur effect filters. This one's not very special, it's not very expensive. Like I said, I was just like exploring. I didn't want an expensive filter because I kept breaking them. Like filters that I got before were like pieces of crap. Like they kept breaking, so I didn't want to spend a lot on them, and these just happen to survive, and I don't know, I just still kind of use them. They're fun, you know, they're not like a necessity, but they're a lot of fun to use. So I have those, good stuff. And then, oh, tons of like wipey cloth. Next in my camera bag is the GoPro Hero 10 Black. This thing is awesome for those high energy dynamic shots that are like, you know, you want some high performance shots, you want some like cool motions, you want to put this inside of a container, pour liquid on it, go underwater with it. You know, it's a really versatile camera. This has some stunning performance shots. It can do super slow motion. It can go from 5.3K at 60 frames per second. It can do 4K at 120 frames per second and 2K at 240 frames per second. So it's incredible for the super slow motion shots. I also have some strange items. I have plastic bags. I have a couple of them because you just never know. Like one day it might start raining and you're not anywhere near some sort of cover, and you might need to like put your camera in the bag and run. So, you know, you want to protect your gear at all costs. I know this is like the cheapest solution to do or to use, and it really like bunches up really small. It doesn't take up any room or weight in your camera bag. Why not, right? I also have a fan. This is so beat up, but it's a really great fan. And being in Florida, you'll understand why I have this. And my clients really appreciate it when I'm like, here, you need to cool off, you know, because we get so hot here in Florida. It's insane. The humidity is nuts. This is a really good thing to have. I also have a little bit of snacks. So if you are like me and you get like high energy, you forget to eat, you forget to drink, you should have like a little snack in your bag to keep your blood sugar levels in check. Also hair tie to keep your hair back. And what else do I have in here? Oh, like a simple light. This is so simple. This was like 20 bucks online on Amazon, and it has like your RGB. It can do like 20 different scenes. So if you want like a cop car, you know, if you want an ambulance, like it can do so many different things. This is like fake lightning. Let's see how that works. You know, like you put in the right spot, it can be like fake lightning. There's so many features on this. So you can just do like an extra light to create like a nice fill, and it goes right on top of the camera. So you can just carry it with you, and it's not gonna make your camera super heavy. Only like 20 bucks. It's well worth the cost, well worth the investment, and just gives you a little boost when you need it. I also have a prism. You can tell I've used this quite a bit. I've beat this up, I've dropped it many times, but it creates the like coolest effects in your videos or photos. You can kind of see like randomness right now. I'm gonna just show you like on the camera what it can do. Like it creates a little rainbow or a little flare, a little reflection. You just never know what you're gonna get with it. So you can have fun with that, be creative. It depends on the lighting, it depends on what it's reflecting. So results will vary a great deal. You just kind of have to freestyle that one. There's no way to plan those shots. Sparkler, this is from last night. Sometimes I'll have like fun props too. This is like a massive sparkler. Got some really fun shots with that. And of course the camera bag itself. This came with my Sony. This actually came when I purchased my camera body. So this was a really nice addition, and I've been using this camera bag ever since. It has like the main carry strap, and it has a lot of nice compartments. Not too much. It has everything you need, nothing you don't. It It has like the main compartment for your camera bag, a couple of like extra side compartments, zippers, and a bunch of like little spots that you can put all your tools in. And I like it because it's not too big, not too heavy, not too gaudy. It goes right over my strap, and I just kind of, it's just so easy to pick up and move around with. It's not a backpack. I do have a backpack too, but that's not my current camera bag. I also want to mention my old setup. So this is where I came from. This is what I used to use. I used to have a Canon 5D Mark II with a 24-70 lens and a 50 lens and a few other tools and a flash. I don't use flash in the moment. I only use natural light because this camera is so great in low light. My audio probably sounds a little different because I had to take this off to show you, but I use this little Sennheiser microphone, which goes right on top of the camera to get professional quality sound. I do use a small rig for protecting my camera and attaching all sorts of things on the side, on the top. So I do recommend you get one of those. And this one's pretty new. I just got it. But at the time of recording the video, it had not arrived. So these are really, really nice to have. And last but not least, I have the DJI RS3 Pro. This thing is a beast when it comes to recording those perfectly smooth, buttery shots, those cinematic close-ups and punch-ins and reveal shots and like those, you know, parallax shots. Like there's so many things you just can't do handheld, or at least I can't. Even though this camera is really good, you know, internal stabilization, the gimbal just adds that extra like butter to your shots. So this has been a wonderful addition. It does have like tripod capabilities. I also like, it can follow you when you set it down, and you can have it track you with the LiDAR, and it also has a focus motor that I have, which is really great for focusing the vintage lenses automatically. So if you are looking for that type of thing, you're a little more advanced in the videography, that's something really cool to look into. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of what's in my camera bag. If you have any questions about the camera gear I use or want to share what you use, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And stay tuned for more fun videos on how I do my photography, behind the scenes, more tips and tricks and insights on being a better photographer, as well as creative, fun self-portraits. Yeah, don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.